Hello everybody, can you hear me? Nice. Awesome. It took me like 2 hours to set up everything because I haven't done this in ages. Hope everything is okay. Hope you can see everything alright. I don't know why the quality is so low. It's like 360p. Even though I set it like for 1080. Don't know why. Okay, awesome. Good to know. Username goes here and throw chata for the quality. I really want this to be a quality live for you. And let's say hello to everybody. Hello, Kelvin. Kelvin Klein. Hello, throw chata. Username goes here and Parishad. Hello from Italy. Hello from Romania. So in this live, I'm hoping that it's gonna be educational. I hope it's gonna be educational. I hope you're gonna get some value out of it. And of course, I'm here to answer your question and of course give you my opinion on whatever you ask me. Hello, Andreas, here from Greece. Kelvin from Singapore. Nice to see everybody from around the globe. So, who's first? Shoot me your questions. Ooh, Vlad, hello. From Netherlands, yeah. So, guys, say hello to Vlad. He's one of my students. He left to college in the Netherlands, and I sent him to spy over there. Hello, Fabian. Hello from France. Bonjour. Ça va? So, Andreas, breaking the ice with the first question. How did I start dancing and when? When it's easier. Fabien, ça va, ça va? Je suis bien. Je parlais un peu de français. Coming back to Andrea's question, it's easier to answer when I started. So I've started like 18 years ago. I was calculating. So I started with hip hop culture dance styles. When I say hip hop dance culture dance styles, from the beginning I really liked to understand things, and of course I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna say that I know everything perfectly, no way, but I really wanted to learn everything properly from like where it comes from, how it goes, how you do it, etc. So I started with hip hop, but hip hop it's like the culture. It has like four elements. It has the graffiti, the MCing, the DJing, and the b-boying, the break dancing. So I learned on my own. I'm a self-taught dancer. Then after I think 4 or 5 years, I went to college, and then I participated in a contest. Back then, there were popular like "So You Think You Can Dance," "Dance with the Stars," etc., or like "You Got Talent," and the university did kind of a challenge, kind of a contest called the Students Got Talent, and I went with dancing, and like I won the first place. And there was a dance teacher in the jury, like judges, and she had a dance school. She gave me like an invitation to go see the school, and that's how I got into ballroom dancing, and later on in salsa and bachata. So that's how I started dancing. Ivan, hello Marius, greetings from Copenhagen. You should come do a workshop here sometime. Definitely, we are open to all types of collaboration, even though we only take like 2 events per month. But we are open to invitations. Definitely, we would love to come and teach everywhere and meet all of you. Lacramiora, hello. I should come to B2B to dance, but this time I'm gonna skip because it's my first weekend free. And Elena, it's not here because, guys, she's at that event, B2B. It's Bachata Takes Over Bucharest, but she's like more energetic than me, and I needed 1 weekend just to relax, and this is like the only one until 2024. Hello, Andrei. Greetings from Bulgaria. First name ever. Hello from Yash, my friend. I have a question about adding hip hop moves. I'm a fan of your style as well as Melvin, who does hip hop moves too. Any recommendation for hip hop steps that are great during the mambo part of the song? Ooh, okay, so this is a little bit more complex, but I'm gonna try and keep it simple. First of all, during the mambo part of the song in bachata, and of course I refer to the mambo part, the instrumental part where everything goes crazy. I just use the mambo part like it's in salsa, the same part. I would recommend, if you want to be true to the style, to say so, just do footwork. I don't mean shines. I don't mean just let go of your partner and do your own styles. No, I'm talking about like footwork, just keeping the connection. Maybe one hand, both hands, or maybe you do fast footwork with your partner. Try to interpret mainly the guitar because that's what you're mainly hear. And that would be my advice to any bachata song. Like, respect a little bit the structure of the song. I know nobody actually cares about this. You will see workshops, artists, myself included. We don't focus a lot on keeping the structure because we have our own style, whatever we feel. But I recommend you respecting that structure. So during the mambo part, do footwork. But if you want some hip hop moves or how to incorporate them, you could actually do the house steps or the sea walk steps or like the top rock from b-boying. You can add a lot of your those hip hop steps, dance culture, to the mambo part. But I wouldn't recommend, going boom, 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 isolations and stuff like that on that mambo part. But again, if you want, I would recommend in partner work, if you're doing boom, 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 do really fast isolations with your partner so that you can be musical. So that's about it. Yeah. So go practice. And of course, when social dancing, nobody cares what you're doing, but try to respect the structure. Moving on. I hope, by the way, Ivan, this answer suits you. Hello from Yash. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you, Lacramiora. Hello, Victor. Andreas. Which is your favorite bachata couple? Corke and Judith Lover over here. Yeah, definitely. So, of course, I started with Daniel and Desiree. Funny story. When I started first time, I was training into hip hop. But then I went on YouTube and actually found the Daniel Desiree Bachata videos, and I was like, oh my god, they were doing like the waves, the isolations, all that sensual stuff. And the name of the video was Daniel Desiree Sensual Bachata, or Daniel and Desiree Bachata, or something like that. No, I think it was Daniel and Desiree Bachata. And back then, I didn't know anything about bachata. I thought that bachata was their family name. So, like Bachata, Daniel, Bachata, Desiree. But that's how I discovered the bachata, and especially this part, like the sensual part, and I fell in love with it. But now I really I love Marco and Sarah. In my opinion, they are a complete package. I talked with them a little bit. I know a little bit about their background, so they worked a lot. So Sarah, in my opinion, is a complete dancer regarding bachata, and not only because she did ballet, she knows salsa, she did zouk, kizomba, everything. So yeah, I'm a Marco and Sara fan, but also Hero and Migle. I met Hero like 5 or 6 or 7 years ago. I can't remember, at a festival, and he was so full of energy, incredible musicality, a really amazing dancer. And now with Migle, I think they are an amazing couple, and if they continue doing whatever they are doing, they're gonna be on top for years to come. So yeah, like Mark and Sarah and Heroin Migle, I'm a fan of them. Throw Chata, any advice on how to organize a practice session with a partner? Got access to a room and can set up a couple of phone cameras. Like, how long should it be? What things to cover? Any tips in general? Also, I'm on the more beginner side of dancing, less than a year. Partner is more experienced. Trochata, just let me know what you mean by got access to a room. I understand that, and can set up a couple of phone cameras. You mean to record yourself so that you can see what you're doing and analyze your videos and so on? If so, just let me know if that's the case. For anybody that wants to practice with a partner, first and foremost, I'm gonna talk about the physical part, and then I'm gonna talk a little bit about the psychological part, because it's not easy to dance with someone and practice and train for a long period of time. There's a lot of arguments, a lot of fights. So, but okay, this is part more like dance couples. If you just want to practice to improve your level, I would recommend like this. Focus, and I cannot underline this enough. If you want, I can give more explanations, but focus on the fundamentals. I know everybody hears this, but I'm gonna explain a few tips. When I'm talking about fundamentals, I'm talking developing proprioception. So, knowing what your body is doing, where it is going, how you feel, how you step. So I am doing this, boom, 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 pa, pa. I know every part of my body, where it is and what it's doing inside that move. That means, for example, you practice, let's say, some turns, okay? And maybe you are the one turning. You need to develop proprioception in order to know, okay, I'm stepping like this, or I am twisting my ankle, or I am twisting my hip, or I'm using my hip, I'm using my knees. Do I have a proper frame? How about my shoulders are up or down? So proprioception, it's a really important part. Then I would say coordination, but this you don't have to practice with a partner. You can practice on your own. So like these two are to train alone. Yeah. So you asked me about partner practicing. Just focus a lot on the connection, like the physical connection, because whenever you feel you hear the connection in dance, you have two types of connection. Whenever we as instructors mention that connection, we are referring to the physical actual connection, like the grips, if you're failing, if you're losing the grips, how you feel the body. So if you have a good connection, you will feel your partner doing the wave, you will know how to continue. So to be in sync with each other, we're talking about that part, that type of connection. About like the emotional connection, that's something for like when you're dancing at social or on when you're on stage. Focus a lot on the connection, practice a lot your grips, practice your flow, practice timing. It's really important. It's the most important fundamental. Ladies, girls usually keep the timing a lot better than guys. Guys tend to think they are on time, but they are not. And I'm not talking about 1 or 5. I'm talking about like pa 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 pa, 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 pa. So practice a lot the timing. Other than that, take it easy. Take it easy, take slow combinations, practice, let's say a 3-8 combo or a 4-8 combo again and again and again until you really know it. And I'm gonna give you a tip. Guys, leaders, if you have problems remembering moves, it's usually because you didn't train a lot. For example, to actually know a combination, and I'm not talking about advanced stuff, etc., just to memorize it, it takes about 4 hours of practicing it. 10 minutes now, half an hour tomorrow, 5 minutes the other day. Okay, so in short, when you are practicing with a partner, focus first on connection. Don't miss the grips, don't miss the signals, then on timing, then on the actual technique of the move. Okay, your elbow should be here or here or here, your grip should be here, like this, like this, like this, like this. And how? This is the most important tip. Take it step by step. Don't go into advanced stuff. Okay, I know I gave a lot of details, but don't go into advanced stuff. Practice a lot. Practice your fundamentals, like the basic combos, basic waves, basic footwork, basic music, etc., etc. Timing, proprioception, coordination. Especially if you're a beginner, practice a lot on your own at home, just your proprioception and your coordination. Coordination can be practiced in so many different ways. I'm making a on our platform, I'm making a, I don't know how to call it, like a section with a lot of coordination exercises, because in the last 2 years I found out this is the most lacking thing in dancers, like coordination. Oh my god. Yeah. Kelvin Klein. So I have been only dancing for 5 months, and in socials follows said I have been improving a lot, but personally I feel like my dances are boring and I feel like I learned nothing. Okay, this is normal. You might have hit what we call like a plateau. You're evolving, and at a certain point you feel like you're staying here. Other people will tell you that you're still evolving, but you might feel that you're stuck here. It's normal. For me, the first time I hit a plateau, it lasted like 6 months or 1 year. No matter what I did, no matter how much I practiced, no matter what I didn't felt like I was evolving, but I actually was evolving. It was just that there were so micro improvements that I couldn't see, like, you know, like, wow. You go to your first dance class, you learn like your basic step and maybe a turn, and you already improved a lot. You're doing your waves, you're learning the waves, you practice them a little bit, oh my god, I improved a lot. But then you practice like the wave for 4 weeks, and you improve them, but it's so small that you do not feel it, but the others do. So definitely believe when they are saying that you are improving. But if you are getting bored, let me ask you this, and let me know in the chat. What are you focusing on when you're going to the social, and why do you feel that you are getting bored? That will help me answer better. Exactly, how to get rid of this feeling. Let me know, yeah? What are you focusing on when going to socials, and why do you feel bored? Parishad, I hope I haven't misspelled your name. A big question. I know it all about 2-3-3-2 clave, but when listening to a song, I just can't say which one is going because it's going on in a cycle. So one couldn't say which is the first. 2-2. Okay, really awesome, good question. Now, this it's a little bit complex, but I'm gonna try to keep it short. This is gonna be my test as an instructor to see if I make you understand rather easily. All salsa songs, they are written either in 3-2 or 2-3. What do I mean by that? You have the structure of the song, okay? And all the other instruments come on top of this structure. This does not mean that you will hear necessarily the clave. No, it's just about the structure. This is where that feeling like on 2 or on 1 it's coming from. It's like from the arrangements. You have songs which actually change the 2-3 to 3-2, but this is not actually true. For example, you have the clave, it stays 2-3 the entire song. It's just the voice, the melody, the instruments. Take a break, for example, for 4 counts, and then the 2-3, you will feel it like 3-2. But it's just that break that switched up what you're feeling or what you're hearing. But the clave is the same from the start to the beginning. Now, how to know when you hear the clave, how to know which is 2-3 or 3-2. You have that 1, the most powerful beat in a song is 1. I also give a trick. The inflection in the voice will always be on 1, and sometimes a lot of songs have the voice starting on 1, but this is not 100% the case. So the inflection in the voice will be on 1. For example, now I am going to sing along. Yeah, when I went going to sing along, that was the 1. So when you hear the 1, when you feel the 1, just take the clave if you hear it and match it. Okay, it's 1. Did I hear like ka, 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 ka? Then it's 3-2. If not, it's 2-3. I really hope this makes sense. As I said, it's a fairly complex question and answer because you need some music theory. I try to make courses, etc. Even on YouTube, you have like basic music theory and something. I analyze some songs, so you have them on our channel. But this is what you need to know. Okay, the structure of the song is either on 2-3 or 3-2. Like this is the rule. I'm not talking about remixes, no. And then sometimes there's a change in the music and you will feel it the other way around, but the clave stayed the same. It's just that a break gave you a different feeling. And match the 1, whatever you feel on 1, okay? And see if it's a 3-2 or 2-3. I don't know if I can give you right now a musical example because I don't actually know how to put it inside the live, but I will give you 2 names right now, songs, and you will hear that, you will definitely hear the clave. So listen to those songs and you will hear the clave and practice what I said. Hope this answers. Thank you, taking notes, for sure. Marius, Fabien, when do you come back to France? I will help you to improve your French between 2 workshops. Well, as always, I've already been to France like 3-4 times. I can't remember exactly. That's why Elena is taking care of events. So yeah, whenever somebody invites us, we would love to come back to France. And actually, we would love to keep master classes and boot camps, not just regular workshops, because in one workshop maybe you are lucky and you will learn a combination, even though we focus a lot on the information and how to do it or in the technique. I have ballroom background, I have hip hop background. You wouldn't believe how the workshops are in ballroom and in hip hop. They are mind blowing. I can say this because I've been to them and I saw how they are, and it was a shock for me when I went to like bachata workshops or salsa workshops and etc. etc. For example, in ballroom, okay, you are maybe talking and practicing 1.5 hours about just the shoulder movement, how you move it, how you make the complete circle, what are the 4 points, how do you keep that shoulder down while keeping the tension and moving, and so on. So of course I'm not talking about making the same workshops, boot camps like this, because everybody would get bored. In ballroom it's for like competition, and in hip hop it's only those truly passionate that want to evolve. But we would love to keep actual boot camps in which we can give musicality, and I'm not talking interpretation. Usually the musicality workshops are okay, we can put this on this song. No, I'm talking about creating your own style, body movement, coordination, proprioception, etc, etc, etc. This is why I fell in love with hip hop and ballroom in regards to workshop types. So yeah, whenever somebody invites us. Yes, to record myself and the dances. Bachata, yes. So the best way is to record yourself and then watch and analyze. A mirror not necessarily will help, especially if you're more towards a beginner, because you don't have the eye trained to see in real time the details. Also, whenever you watch the video, try to not be 100% critical of you, because as humans we tend to be really critical and not like our voice or how we look. It took me like 5 years of doing YouTube in the beginning to accept my voice and how I look. Now I have no problem, but it might feel weird for you. But recording yourself is the best way to analyze yourself. And also, I'm doing this from time to time. If you want, hit me up with a message. I have some students in the world which from time to time just send me a video with them dancing, and depending on how long they want the analysis, it's either like 15 euro or 20 euros, but usually I give information for like 6 months practice, because I analyze each part of the video and I'm saying, okay, here you stepped like with your feet like that instead of going forward, you are hunched back, your shoulders went up, and so on. So yeah, take it into consideration. Another more fun question: do you think bachata will take over the world and become more popular than salsa? And do you think there will be a new trendy dance, zouk, kizomba, that can surpass bachata? Actually, I travel a little bit. I cannot say for certain in all the parts of the world, but right now, bachata is much more popular than salsa. I don't actually agree with this, because salsa, it's much harder. It's what started everything, and I don't actually want bachata to be like number one, because it also goes diluted. Just look at the bachata songs. You have 99% of remixes, so everything is diluted, the dancing is diluted, everything fades away. But right now bachata is the most popular dance, at least in the parts of the world where we traveled. Definitely something will surpass bachata, because this is the natural flow of things. Who knows? Who knows? I don't think either zouk or kizomba will surpass bachata, because bachata has something that no other, let's say, music genre has it, like salsa, kizomba, zouk. Bachata mainly focuses on that hurt feeling, if that makes sense, and like the music, it really resonates. I'm not talking about everybody, no, but I'm talking about what I saw. It resonates with what we as humans are feeling, okay? Whenever I hear a song, especially, I love, for example, Salvaje or Romeo Santos' La Canalla, or there are so many songs just click with me and with a lot of people, because they are really musical, if that makes sense, okay? There's a way of structuring songs that is appealing to a large mass of people. And also, the message resonates more with us. Like, we are hurt, we want to feel loved, somebody cheated, etc., etc., etc. Don't know what will happen in the future, but we'll see. Da 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 da. Tips to practice for multiple turns. Yeah, this is actually really simple. You just have to practice first your balance, standing on one foot. Do ankle raises. Just do this with your ankles, because you need to have really strong legs. And watch this. I have a hernia, okay? I trained a lot to get to 6 multiple spins. I did the hernia. I went to kinetotherapy, and my entire left side of the body was so messed up. It was so weak in comparison to my right one. I did all the exercises. My left balanced the right. And get this, I did 5 turns with no effort. So, why am I saying this? I would recommend you to see if you have a much weaker part, because that will unbalance you. If both parts of your body are balanced, work on your balance. Leg raises, stay on one foot, etc. Other than this, I have an exercise. I hope I can explain it verbally. So you just prepare and you spin on your right foot like a quarter of a turn. You end up here, okay? Then you shift your legs, you go on your left leg and you spin to the left, you end up back here. Then on your right, you do 180. You end up there. Switch the legs, spin, 180 back. Then you do 3/4, 3/4, one full, one full. Then again and again and again and again and again. Then this will definitely improve your spins. Practice and master one spin, and then 2 or 3 are gonna be easier. Okay? So balance your body, practice balance, do some leg raises because you need strong ankles, and use the core, boom, and yeah, just practice a lot. Of course, I could go into detail, but I should do like a video. Yeah, so maybe I'm gonna do a video. Hi, temporary channel 123. Hi, who are your favorite artists? Whose classes, videos do you watch for social dance inspiration? As I already said, Marco and Sara are my favorite, then Hero and Migle. I really love what they are doing, and especially Hero and Migle connection, yeah? But Marco and Sara are, oh my god, amazing. Whose classes, videos do you watch for social dance inspiration? This is gonna sound weird, but I'm not following anyone in particular. I'm just watching a lot of videos. It's my job. I need to stay up to date with everything. And for social dancing, get this. Let me get a sip of tea. I really recommend you to not imitate, okay? Don't watch an artist and try to learn that combination, because this is gonna sound weird, and if you want I can go deeper into details, but 99% of the time what you see is some form of social, how do you call it? It's like the social dance, social performing, yeah? Because an artist, when is being recorded, especially with another artist, they do a lot of stuff that, because they are really good, they are trained and they can do that stuff. I would recommend to take social inspiration from videos like social dance, just that, no artist, okay? Watch videos from Korea, from Asia, from Europe, from just normal people doing normal stuff, okay? For me, and this is what I teach, social is about creating a story and how you feel. I have yet to have a girl that doesn't like dancing with me, because I am not focusing on the moves, I focus on creating a story. And you can do that with just your basic moves. I have a saying, when you're dancing with a girl, do just the basic step, because if it's the best basic step in her life, she will love you, okay? So it doesn't take too much. But in terms of where I take my inspiration, like I watch everything, but I have my own style and I do my own moves. I create a lot of them and also modify a lot of them. Hope this helps you. Where find partner? I don't know. Ask in your school, ask your friends. That's how you find a partner to rehearse. Yeah, so ask around in your dance community. Connection with the partner. Make sure follows are liking my dances. Doesn't have to be advanced moves. Yes. Okay. Connection with the partner. So you're answering the question what you're focusing on, okay? Make sure followers doesn't have to be advanced mode. Okay, if I would recommend just focus on the connection with the partner. It's not your job to make them like the dance. If you like the dance, they will like the dance, and if you focus on creating that connection, 90% of the job, it's done. Believe me when I say this, 90% of dancers, of men dancers, males, try to impress. And they are not able to impress because if you have less than 2 or 3 years of dancing, I'm talking about maybe 2-3 classes per week, plus a festival, maybe the occasional party, you are not that good to be able to impress with how well you're dancing, but you can impress with the care, with the connection, being on music, being musical, doing soft leads. Amazing. Girls will love that. Temporary channel, 1, 2, 3. Getting bored. Keep doing the same techniques, moves, combos with everybody for multiple socials in a row without mastering anything new. Okay. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I recommend you this. Next time you're going to a social, just don't focus on evolving, don't focus on mastering. That's what training is for. Social is for having fun. And if you really like it, okay, focus on one thing. For example, focus on how well I can lead. Focus on your leading. And try to play a game with yourself. Okay, like from, let's say you do 50 leads. Okay, let's say you just ballpark them. How many I messed up? I messed up 3. Okay, next dance I messed up 2. Okay, where do I mess up? Okay, so make a game. Then I don't know, today I want to practice the waves. I really want to hit those waves on music. So put the waves on music, make them musical. Or the accents, I want to focus on the accents. Boom. Or then I just want to practice the mambo part, do a lot of footwork. So choose just one thing to practice on your socials, but mainly socials are for fun. For me, what is fun, or why do I love what I'm doing, is because of the music, the story I can create through the moves. So overall, like musicality. I don't know, whenever I do a move and it matches perfectly with the music, I'm like, and I'm not talking about like the basic stuff now, like hitting accents like ta 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 ta, or you know, like I hear a stop is coming or the phrase is changing. No, I'm talking about like really hitting everything in that part of the song. For example, it goes like tu tu pa ah ta 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 ta. Doing that, oh my god, I gave myself goosebumps. So that's why I love what I'm doing. You have to find your target, but I think right now you're getting bored because your focus is misplaced. Okay, it's placed in a direction that doesn't help you. I feel the same, temporary. Yeah, so for both of you, I would advise just focusing on something you like. Don't focus on what you can do. Don't focus on giving your partner the perfect dance or something like that. I'm gonna ask Temporary and Fabian, why are you dancing? Let me know in the comments why are you dancing and I can help you more. Thank you so much, Parishad, hope it helps. I have ballroom background too, Marius, give me a bit of hip hop. Oh my god, yes, I believe you. Ballroom is amazing for partner work connection and foundation, definitely. Hello Giselle, by the way. Dave, Marius, thank you for the amazing value. What's the best tip for always getting better? This is gonna sound cheesy. Oh my god, there are so many messages. I'm gonna go faster to them. What's the best tip for always getting better? It's a little bit cheesy, but it's practice. And if you can focus on what you're doing, oh my god, you're gonna be amazing. And I'm gonna give you a little bit of my story. Recently, like in the last year, I found out I have ADHD. I went to a therapist. It took like 1 year to, okay, it's this. Because my entire life I had problems with just staying on a task. My training sessions in dancing usually last like 10-15 minutes if I don't trick myself somehow. So it took me a lot of effort to be where I am today because my mind wanders. But also I am very creative, I can be very musical, so it has a lot of pros as well. But why am I sharing this? If you can focus 15 minutes on a task, that's it, 15 minutes. Just take one thing, your basic step, practice it, focus on it for 15 minutes, try to improve it. The second day, try to practice 10 or 15 minutes, just the basic wave. Third day, practice a basic footwork. You know, like maybe just going pa 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 tap. Do that, train yourself for 10-15 minutes. Then on the fourth day, maybe come back to your basic, do it again. On the fifth day, do again the waves and stuff like that. So you see, I'm creating a pattern over here. The secret to get better is to practice. If you can focus, it's a lot better. But you need to also give some space between your practice sessions. Just like going to the gym. Today I'm doing like biceps and then I'm taking a break. Also, the best tip to evolve is practice on your own. Dance a lot with yourself. Learn everything you can about yourself. It's gonna make a huge difference in social dancing with a partner. I went to my first party after 3 years of salsa and bachata. I didn't knew there were parties in my town. I know, stupid, right? After 3 years of salsa and bachata and like after 8 years or 7 years of dancing, when I entered that party, I danced with a few girls. Okay, every girl was coming after that and all the parties were like mine, to say so. Why? Because I was the first guy in my hometown to actually do waves, head rolls, isolations, all that stuff with girls in social. That's because I knew them really, really well on my own. I can do a lot of stuff, boom, 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 from my hip-hop background and ballroom. So that's the key to getting better. A lot of practice, focused practice, make short breaks between your practice sessions and practice a lot on your own. Moving on. Samuel King. How can someone without dancing background start to get free and open with more free-form body movement, basically stiffness? Yeah, so I recommend you 2 things. Stretching, it's gonna improve a lot, your ability to move. Also doing strength training, because feeling your muscles will give you better control over them. And if you're talking to get free and open with more free form body movement, I recommend you just do stuff like waves or like isolations. The basic warm-up exercises from the high school, yeah, they are the golden key to becoming better. Also, yeah, Dave, this is another tip for you. The basic exercises from the warm-up are amazing at developing body movement. Mboev, hello, where in Europe do you think are best follows? Except Romania, of course. Yeah, so Romania. And, okay, I live in Romania, but at first I thought that Romania sucks. Like the Romanian dancers suck in terms of salsa and bachata. And then I began traveling in Europe and it was a huge difference. That doesn't mean like the rest of the Europe doesn't have good dancers. No. I'm not talking about that. It's just that the age average in Romania of the dancers, it's like 20 to 30. Okay, so we have a lot of young people with a lot of energy, willing to invest a lot in dancing. They like it. So, yeah, of course, it was like years ago. But I would say right now, in Spain, yeah, definitely a lot of good follows. And what else? I went into China, of course I just went into Guangzhou. There were a lot of good follows, but you asked in Europe, so I'm gonna stick to Europe. So in France, they are more on the kizomba. That doesn't mean they cannot lead. It's just that focusing more on the kizomba, like a country, to say so. They have a different style when they sing bachata. It's a little bit different. That doesn't mean there aren't good follows in France, but overall I would say like Spain, Italy, but in terms of salsa, and I would say also Germany. But yeah, it's gonna be like top 1 for me. It's gonna be Spain. Yeah. Also, Great Britain has some good dancers, but good follows on the bachata side. But again, I think they focus more on salsa. Felix Dark. Do you recommend pausing learning new moves and just focusing on fundamentals from time to time? I am 6 months into my bachata journey and feeling like that might be a good next step for me. If you are 6 months into your bachata journey, depending on what your instructor is doing, depending if you have so Felix, let me know like what is your normal how are your normal dance classes like, so I can help you. I would recommend going to classes, maybe you learn new things, but at home 5 minutes, 10 minutes, practice on your own a lot. Yes, so definitely taking some times to focus on the fundamentals. Yeah. Throw chata, that would be incredible. Thank you. Also excited to hear about coordination videos. I already started rolling coins between fingers while practicing my basic at home. That's really good. All the digitization, I think it's called, that you can do with your fingers, yeah, stuff like this, will help you in leading. So definitely that's good. T1 Hazy Wavy. It really depends on the community and energy spent by teachers to maintain it. I don't know what you're referring to, but definitely. Because that applies to a lot of things. The instructors are the, how do I call this, like the leaders, and yeah, so what they are doing is really important, and how they do it, it's so much more important. Giselle Vigil, when will you come to the Washington DC? Don't know. If you find somebody to invite us, we'll gladly come, because right in 2020 we had a tour in USA programmed, but then COVID came and it fell through the cracks. So we were supposed to go for like 3 months in USA, but COVID came and everything went down. Ivan, yes, I agree. Bachata is so diverse, can be danced in three distinct ways as well: Dominican, sensual, and modern fusion. And the music is more relatable to the younger generation. Definitely. Right now, I'm not gonna get into the intricacies, but right now I use the sensual bachata term because everybody knows it. But for me, right now, it's only fusion, because you have moves from West Coast, from hip hop, from ballroom, from salsa, from zouk, from kizomba, from, you have moves from everywhere. So I just call it fusion now, and yeah, it's getting diluted more and more. How do you determine if one is talented? How fast you are catching new things, how fast you are learning. If you are learning something rather fast, you have a predilection towards that, so that might mean you are talented. But as you know, talent without practice, it's nothing. So I'm not talented, I just put a lot of work. My ADHD maybe helped me see things from a different perspective, and that might help me evolve faster. But for example, my musicality was thought. Right now, I can make anyone understand musicality, and I can teach it to anyone because I learned it. I didn't felt it, I didn't had any talent towards it, I didn't do any instrumental. Right now I am learning the piano, but I worked a lot. So work, don't look for talent. I like the sensual music more. Okay, what's happening? Thanks for the answers. Helped me a lot and I feel much better about myself now. Yeah, definitely. So don't go at socials with a target. Go to have fun. Elena, Marius, good evening. Hello. Adina, what's the funniest way a follower has ever invited you to dance in a social? Yeah, so this is actually funny for me because it was a friend of mine, so that's why for me it was funny, but I don't recommend doing this with unknown people. It was across the room, and she went like, and I was like, and we went, we met in the middle and danced over there. So it was like, what's up? Wanna dance? And I'm, what's up? Sure. Elena, thank you for all the videos. Your channel is the best. Thank you. Only if only we had 40 hours in a day to do a lot more. I really believe in our school's motto, growing by sharing, which means sharing whatever I know for free, of course, in a certain limit, because I have to work, I have to keep the school, I have to make to keep up with the platform. We also have our festival, Ven Festival. It's organized in our city with the other dance schools. So of course we must also work to make a living, but whatever time we have, we're gonna keep doing free videos to share the secrets. Yeah, by the way, if anybody wants to visit our city, meet us, grab a drink, a coffee. I'm gonna let my fingers, write our festival address. Who knows? Maybe some of you are interested. It's gonna be a next year edition as well, 2024. Thank you for all the visits. Okay, Tiger Woods. I recently started omitting complicated moves in favor of doing simple things to express the music, and dancing got so much more fun since. Yes, complicated moves are to practice. You also need to practice them a lot to really get to know them. As I said, around 4 hours for a combo to really know it. But just watch artists at your next event, and you will see that with strangers, they are doing basic stuff. Of course, some moves are difficult, but they really know them. They can lead them, especially because us as leaders, as artists, we feel the level of the girl. We're dancing in like 5-10 seconds. We can feel if a girl can do waves, head rolls, isolations. If she's listening, a lot of followers just tend to rush, and then we have to calm them down and keep things simple. But definitely learning and doing simple moves, mastering them, will open you to more fun and to more musicality and to having a better time on the social floor. Pom 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 pom. Temporary channel. What do you mean by creating a story? Interpret and dance to the lyrics. Can you go into more details? Yeah, so what I express during the dance. For me, there is also always the intro of the dance, not of the song, of the dance. I meet a girl, we go dancing, maybe it's after the intro of the song passed. I'm not gonna rush into the move. I'm gonna get to know her. So the start of the story is I want to know you. Then I will adapt a little bit to the music. It's either gonna be like, let's take a pleasurable walk. That means for me like doing slow moves, isolations, really feeling the moves, her body. And then maybe a certain part of the song comes a little bit stronger. Then we explode a little bit. We put that tension between us, that energy, and we create our moves, our story. And it's like a roller coaster. So think like this. I'm trying to express this in a logical way, but it's more like a emotional state. You have like the beginning, the middle, and the end. In the beginning, you get to know each other. In the middle, you try to make each other likable, yeah, to get to like each other. And at the end, you wanna give that happy ending. Of course, I can go a little bit deeper into this depending on the song. If it's like a love song, I can really adapt and like think that it's not that you're my lover, but it's a love song. I can adapt my moves in a certain way so that she feels like, okay, it's a love story, it's something, maybe she feels something. I'm not talking about flirting, no. I'm talking about the feelings, the story, because the story, well, when you were young and you were listening to a story, you were imagining things, you were feeling things. So that's the idea. I'm not actually going into interpreting the lyrics. No, it's more like the feeling between us and how should I say this? Think like this. I wanna I want to make her have a story in that moment which she will remember weeks, months after, if that makes sense. Because she came to the festival, she met me, she had an awesome moment with me, and she left, for example. She danced with other guys, etc. But maybe she remembers me from that event and that's her story, okay? But when I say I'm creating a story, it's that dance, those feelings, and that connection, okay? But this is more like the emotional connection, because I am sure you had an amazing dance with a follower that like the seconds went by like boom, okay? It was the start of the song, boom, it finished. And you were like, oh my God, what was that? It was such a short dance. That's the story, okay? Lose Mesty. Any tips on building a routine for a class? I've recently started teaching and found that creating a solid routine, 12 bars every week takes time. Yeah, so this is a professional tip. Like, you gave me an idea. Maybe I should make like an instructor course or something. How I do things. Not me and Elena. But how I think. Students come to my class because they want to start dancing. It's my job as an instructor to keep them entertained, to make them feel good so they come back and develop that passion. Nobody will stay in a dance class if you're just going for the moves. Okay, we do this, we do this, we do this, blah, blah, blah. No. For example, I'm teaching the basic balance, okay, from one leg to another, before we're teaching any basic steps or something like that. And I am explaining like this. Okay, you're going from one leg to the other. Okay, bend your knees, feel that weight shift. And I see I see some of you in the mirrors that have your legs straight and you don't quite do it. So here's a metaphor. Imagine you are at a bar. So for example, maybe it's about the guys, okay? You're at a bar and you're talking with a girl. And you're talking for 5-10 minutes and then your feet are dead. And you want to shift to the other leg. And that's what you should do. So everybody grab a shot, imaginary shot. So like this is the story. And now let's switch our weight. And they do it. And it's more fun for them. Or I make jokes whenever I am talking about the girls having some tension in their arms and following and not have them heavy, not weight heavy, not having them heavy. I'm saying, ladies, it's not pasta time. You don't have spaghetti arms. You need a little bit of tension. So like I am talking to you right now, this is how I actually teach. So it's fun, it's entertaining, while I also give value. Of course, I combine this together with Elena with some technique, moves, we repeat a lot. So what I wanted to say is focus more on the story, making them feel good. No dancer will come back to a course just because they learned something new, but they will come for the feeling. If they learn something new and they have fun, they will come back. And I don't recommend doing 12 bars. 12 bars, it's a lot. For example, when, let's say, beginner towards intermediate, like in 3 months, maybe we learn like 10 combinations. And by combination, I mean like right turn, crossbody lead, and basic step. Crossbody lead, right turn, basic step. Hammerlock into a wrap, crossbody lead, man, left turn. So something like that. It's not about the patterns. It's about really practicing the fundamental elements. You have in salsa like 20 moves. Like you have enchufla, crossbody lead, basic step, of course, right turn, left turn. Of course, for this you go right turn for the man, right turn with the neck pass, right turn with a hand down. You have the hammerlock, and so many elements. You teach them separately, you practice them, and you go like basic step, right turn, basic step, hammerlock, enchufla, blah 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 blah. So you shout them, you give them direction because they need to practice the separate elements. Later on, you make some combination, maybe a hammerlock with a right turn or a left turn, and let's practice this, and then you do that again and again and again. Depending on what you are referring to that 12 bars, it's way too much. It's way too much. We are not teaching 12 bars, not even to our advanced classes. It's like maybe 4 bars, because in 4 bars you can, in advanced classes, like 2-3 years of courses for like the students, that's what we call advanced. You make like 4 bars, and it can be really complicated, and it can be enough so that they can remember it. And also it helps them in terms of musicality, because usually music changes every 4 bars. I really hope this helps you. It would be a lot to talk about. Fabian Herter, for me, because dancing is in my blood and I dance since I am 6. I am 39 now. I don't want to become an artist, but to dance like bachata artists. Let me check what it was about, Fabian. I have ballroom, great question. Oh, I think you were answering somebody else. No problem. I must be able to dance each bachata differently. I have so many moves in my head, and when I am social dancing blank, I use 5-6. Luca, great problem. It's gonna be a really cool answer that will help you a lot. Each time you go to a social dance, do what you know. So like your reflexes, your fundamentals, whatever you know, and only focus on practicing 2 combos. That's it, 2 combos. Practice them at that social, at the next social, at the next social, at the next social. And when you feel that you really know them, only then switch it up, add another one. Because your mind, your memory you need to memorize some combinations. If I stay here, I can tell you 50 different combinations I know. But when I'm there in social, I have the girl to take care, the music, things around me, my moves, my timing, it's a lot of work to do, and I cannot access any moves that I don't already know really well, because my focus is not on remembering, it's on all these things. And for remembering all the moves you said, I have 2 tips, the amazing ones, okay? Either learn the memory palace, that means a place you know, just put different moves, connect them to different objects. For example, maybe the door at the entrance, it's like one combination, and then you have a small desk at the entrance, and that's another combination, and then you have a coat hanged, and that's another combination. But you need to repeat these 3 combinations so much that whenever you're thinking about those things, they come naturally to you. Okay, this involves a lot of time. So practice. There's no shortcut to practice. The second one is like the mnemonic, I think it's called like that. Create like a phrase. A ninja duck hit me in the head and I did a backflip. Okay, and then ninja, it's like a combination. Duck, it's another combination. Like a hit, it's another combination. Head, another combination, and so on. But yet again, you need to practice and connect these dots so that when you think about the ninja duck that hit my head and did a backflip, you have instantaneously 5 combinations. And it's not about remembering the phrase, it's just, I hope this makes sense. You just think of the phrase in its entirety and your mind accesses all 5 combos. So yeah, this is really powerful stuff I am telling you, but it works only if you practice enough, so those things are really connected, like the name or the object with the actual combination. And that happens if you practice it for a few days. How long is this Q&A going on for? It's already 1 hour and something. Hello, Adin. Elena, I'm a girl beginner. How not to be afraid? Oh my god, oh my god. Okay, I skipped through the chat. How not to be afraid what my partner may do. First party was like a great stress because I didn't know a lot of moves and didn't understand what all of these guys want from me. Okay, Elena, this is gonna make your life a lot easier at socials. As a girl, you do not need to understand anything. It's an asterisk over there. You need to understand like the leads, you need to follow, but you do not you do not need to understand what the leader wants from you. He must tell you through the leads. For example, I am dancing with you. I am going 1, 2, 3, 4. I prepared the hand. This signals you something is coming. You don't have to read my mind because I told you. And then I'm going boom. And you just react to my lead and you're going into the turn and you don't need to anticipate, you don't need to stress. For example, I'm doing to you a head roll right now. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I prepared the move, I did the head roll, I signaled it to you. You just need to accept my leads and do the move. Now, big asterisk over here. You need to go through the moves. So, ladies, I recommend you to go to classes because even if the guys are a little bit more slow because they need to do a lot of things, they need to think about the music, the timing, the lead, the combo, etc. You need to go through the moves to be able to already have done them. Okay, you cannot do a head roll if you never done a head roll. You cannot do a wave if you never done a wave. Other than that, you just need to train your reaction time. Because if you are boom, boom, I prepare and I give you the signal and you go on my signal, everything is gonna be awesome. But for example, if you have tension in your elbow and you're down, I will need to put both my hands to move you. So ladies, you practice the moves to go through them. You need to practice your reaction time. And third, you need to practice your lightness in the body. This will help you understand everything so much better. And of course, proper frame, technique, fundamentals. So Elena, next time you're going to a party, don't stress. It's the leader's job to make you understand what he wants. It's your job to do your best in understanding the signals, not what he thinks, not what he wants without leading. Because a lot of leads think they are leading something, but they are not. And of course, with time, it's gonna be so much easier. And yeah, that's about it. Don't give up. Temporary channel. I can relate to you when I dance as a follower. Yes, so what I said is gonna help you a lot. If I don't have permanent partner, I have no chance to. Oh no, Elena. The best thing you can do is to train alone. Okay, so practice your timing, your musicality, your body movement, your coordination, your proprioception. Practice lady styling. That's amazing for being able to have so easy hands. Boom, 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 boom. I know lady styling because, believe it or not, I can actually teach it. Yeah, because I've learned the moves to understand them and also to get to know them better in my follow when she's dancing. I do a move, she does something like this, I know what it involves, and so I can help her. So no, the best way to evolve is to actually practice alone, not with a partner, at least in the beginning, okay? Your favorite inspirational dance couples? Marco and Sara. Tiger Woods. Dance is supposed to be about having fun, not being tested. If your lead can't adjust to your level, that's their fault and nothing to be afraid of. Also, remember to laugh it up. Certainly, definitely. If Elena, if that's the case, if your leads are, let's say, not awesome persons, refuse them. No, dance with the leads that know what they are doing and they make the dance enjoyable, okay? Because there's an epidemic in the world with bad leads and nobody is telling them nothing and they think they are awesome. So that doesn't mean that all the followers are amazing, no, but the number of bad followers, it's so much smaller than the number of bad leaders. I had like 5 awful dances in my entire career as a leader with like 5 followers in 8 years. Don't get me started on how many dances Elena had bad, or how many dances I can see at a festival with bad leaders, because nobody tells them what to do, what they're doing wrong, and they create that image that they are doing it right. Okay? For us as men, it's not so easy to be connected to our own mind, if that makes sense. We cannot analyze ourselves that well. So that's why for me as an instructor, it's my job to say, okay, you did this, you didn't do this, and I try to help my students as much as I can. Manuel, hola, saludos from Estados Unidos, USA. Hola, Manuel. Bogdan, can't wait to see what you prepared for Ven Ven. Definitely it's gonna be amazing. We are stressing so much for this festival to be really good for dancers. Yeah. Fabien, Marius, I think people have to understand that most of bachata songs are built the same way. Often after 4-bar musicality is changing. Yeah, definitely, it's the same. Actually, this 4-bar applies to 90% of the music, especially like commercial music. Actually, all the music that is built in 4/4 time signature. That means you have 4 notes, each with the duration of a quarter, and that means you count music like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. And after 4 bars, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in like dancers bars, something changes. Sometimes it just repeats, but it's like a change because it finished and there is something else starting, even if it's the same phrase. Yeah, but it's repeating. I hope this makes sense. And that's how you know in the beginning, if you have an intro, if you have a chorus, if you have a verse, etc. Right now with the remixes, it's a lot harder because there are a lot of songs that have really long intros, but definitely it applies to everything. So they have to practice in order to know and understand how long their combos or figures last before to try to feel free. Yes, definitely. Where are you located? Spain? Manuel, no, I am from Romania. I have a friend that does bachata tours in USA East Coast. Are you willing to travel to do a session class in USA for a period of like 10 days? Yes, definitely. Me and Elena, we are open to travel to festivals, to events. Just we need the details, somebody to contact us, and to connect. Isn't Elena's neck hurting from all the head nodding that she does in all your videos? Actually, no, because we are doing them with proper technique. T1 Hazy Wavy. How do you lead head rolls when the follower does it the bad way with the neck instead of doing it with upper torso? Actually, no. No, the head roll doesn't need to involve the upper torso. Depends on what you're saying. Because a head roll that involves this part of the body is led differently than a head roll that is led from here. Because this is a head roll because the head rolls, and when I lead it from here, it involves the upper body. I hope I understood correctly what you're referring. Usually followers in the beginning just go like this. This is the mistake in the beginning. But with proper practice, you always need to go to the side and roll. So what you're referring to, that upper torso head roll, is led differently than from a basic head roll. The basic head roll is like the head, okay? Of course, you adapt a little bit from the knees, you bend, you go a little bit forward, but that's from the knees, not from only the upper body. And the upper body one it's led a little bit differently. Charles, I find I dance better when I know the follow because I'm comfortable with her. Any suggestions on getting more comfortable more quickly with a follow that you don't know? Yes, get better, like get more confidence in your abilities, because that will make you dance a whole lot better with strangers. And of course, therapy through exposure. So expose yourself more and more to new follows and you will get better at it. But nothing gives you more confidence than really knowing what you're doing. Giselle, darn, I ask around. Hopefully one day you can come to the US. Definitely. Thank you for the compliment. Mitch, hey Marius, thanks so much for the AMA. I'm a leader, very new to dancing, and I think a social would be hard because I don't know many moves and it's my responsibility to lead a dance. Any tips? Yeah, just go to any social, do your basic. 3 moves. basic step, and here you can play a little bit like side to side, forward and back, maybe make a square. Turns, turn her, turn yourself, and maybe caricias, hairbrushes for you, for her. And so this is like first 4 or 5 hours of a course. Yeah, so if you go to a school, usually you learn this in the first 4 or 5 hours. And then of course you can do a lot of basic combinations like a hammerlock in and out. So if you know 5 moves, if you know 5 elements, you can dance. Don't stress. Leaders, you might be one of the best leaders to be, because you think about giving a quality dance, a quality time, but you don't need to stress so much about it. It's your responsibility to lead the dance, but it's not your responsibility to dance for the both of you. Okay? It's just your job to do your best, and that's it. Okay? So, with 5 moves, if you're on time, if you don't go out of the basic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you dance like 2, 7, 8, 3, 4, and you are not brutal, believe me, girls will appreciate. Followers, girls enjoy more a simple dance that is enjoyable than a dance that they feel they are on stage performing. I have a long-term partner and we've been having difficulty challenging each other since sometimes we feel so used to each other. What advice would you have that we could change in training together? Improvise. Make him, or like he needs to stop his moves and continue with something else. So just improvise. Always when he feels that you understood what's coming, to change it. Okay? So that's a really challenging thing to do, because it also practices your reaction speed. And also trying to learn different styles, to say so. Okay. Fabien, hard to stay on track with all the words. For my last reply about dance is in my blood. It was about your question, why me and other user go to... Oh, yeah, got it. Hudson, hello. Hi Marius, good evening from Dublin. Hello. On how to practice and improve musicality. Yes, again, I'm giving all the tips for free. It's no problem, but I'm also working on our platform for the musicality section, because I wanted to have like 50, 60, 100 lessons to complete, to exhaust all the information. But what I can tell you to improve musicality, think like this. The foundation is the timing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Master that. On top of that, begin doing the small things, meaning in the intro, do intro, slow moves, stuff like that. When it's the verse, adapt your moves according to the verse. Be more fluid, etc. Mostly on the chorus, it's a little bit more energy. Be more energetic. On the mambo part, I would recommend just do some type of footwork or fast moves. Then it goes verse, chorus, etc. and the outro. Okay, so stick into these sections of the song, in the structure of the song, because respecting the structure, it's also being musical. Then just catch the most obvious stops, okay, drops, accents. Then listen to a lot of music actively, and you will begin to identify patterns. This is already a little bit more towards intermediate advanced. In music, each pattern repeats. It cannot be only one time. You have boom, ka, 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 ratatatata, and again boom, ka, boom, ka, and so on, and it go like ratatatatata, for example. So those are patterns. Next, you have like the texture. Okay, how do I go with this song? It's like more powerful. It's softer, it's more energetic, it's lower energy, it's sad, it's happy. So adapt to that as well. And lastly, really practice and develop your speed of reaction, because the best dancers in the world, this is a trick from the hip hop, don't actually hit the accent when it's coming, they are reacting to it. When you have a new song, of course, the structure of the song, the way it's created, tells you a lot of the things that are coming, and you can prepare for them. But also, a lot of the time, there are things that come out of nowhere. And if you practice and you master your speed of reaction, you will be able to catch those things that are happening in real time. For example, a song goes like on the bogo, they go like ratatatata, okay, that about do. And you don't know, you're just there, and you're hearing that do, and you go, you miss maybe the first doom, but you go do. Okay, so this is a tip behind the scenes. If you do that, you're gonna be a really good musical dancer. But of course, as I said, things are much more complex, because what I told you are layers, and each layer has a lot of information. Sergio, in Salsa Casino, each move has its name, so I just need a list of names to perform. I use that to remember moves on Bachata. I'm starting on Bachata, and it's very good to me to relate moves to things. Yes. Unfortunately, you don't have like a curriculum on Bachata. I am trying to create one on YouTube and on our platform, because I am creating logical names for the moves. So yeah, might help you in the future. Sorry, Marius, I didn't get the name of the couple you mentioned. Don't worry. Felix, you can stroke our gills a bit and say that was a really cool move, but I'm a beginner and it stressed me out a bit. Yeah, sure. Ooh, where are the... Okay, I just skipped a little bit through the messages. There are a few combos I do that followers very often tell me they like. Do you have any moves that very often get a good reaction from follows, or a favorite move you love doing in bachata? So I recommend just doing the simple moves very well, like the head roll, the waves, the isolation, the circles, combining a side wave with a wave, the hip roll, the vertical hip roll. Mainly everything that is towards the sensual, I get really good feedback from the girls, because it makes them feel sensual. Okay, so focus on that and do them really well. A favorite move I love doing in bachata, it's like the I call it the carousel, because I go in like in a side wave, going down and then up, and then down and up. It's like a double side wave. Shalini, hello, I remember you. I'm a female lead follow. When I lead, I struggle to lead isolated lower body sensual moves with my hips, thighs, knees, and balancing on one leg. Any tips now, and or do you have any video? I don't know from the top of my head if we have any video on that, but if you're trying to lead lower body sensual moves with the hips, thighs, and knees, you need to have like a very clear intention, because the intention in the move says what you're about to do, and it makes it more clear for the follower. And also be really sure you're isolating your upper body. So for example, I'm moving my legs, I'm isolating, and I'm going a little bit in the opposite direction. It's like a counter move. It's a small one, but this will help you create that isolation much better. I'm gonna give you an example right now. So for example, I can do this with the head, okay? It's a really small move. But if I counterbalance with the body, boom, 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 it makes the move a lot bigger. So think about that. It's gonna help a lot. Fabian, good night. I also have trouble with lower body isolations, especially the side wave, using the hips and not the knees. Actually, this might be because of the knees, because in general, especially if you're a leader, a man, you're not using your legs properly. You are blocking your legs, if that makes sense. So your knees with your heels and your hips need to work hand in hand, because you push into the ground from the heels through the knees and into the hips. And when you're isolating, you need to use all these three articulation to create a really good move. Boris, hi Marius, I saw you at Pomoria, Bulgaria this summer. A lot of followers have a weak frame or break the frame on certain moves. Yes, so how would you go about fixing that on a global level if you had the chance? Definitely with proper technique, making them understand, because each person understands differently. And this, I'm sorry to say it, but this comes from how the instructors are working with the students. Because unfortunately, there are a lot of instructors that have way too few experience. No, not enough experience, and they cannot teach what they cannot do. So, for example, regarding the frame, it comes from the shoulder blades and from the chest. That's where the frame comes in. Boom! I activate my shoulder blades and my chest area. It's like I breathe in and hold my breath, and I have a really good frame. But if you don't practice this a lot, even if an instructor tells it, but if you don't practice it a lot, it's not gonna happen. How I would fix it? With a lot of practice, good information, quality information, and if I could, I would go to each person and do it with them. But it needs to be said again, practice, a lot of practice with proper instructions. Thanks, Marius. We'll try it out. Another struggle is when the follows put too much weight towards the ground. I mean, they are too heavy in the frame. We were taught to stay up and light. Yes, definitely. This again comes from also Boris' question. How the follows are using... Okay, let me go back a little bit and maybe like this. So the chest area, the shoulder blades, they need to be activated and a little bit towards out, because watch this. Okay, I'm normal, okay? I only activate my shoulder blades. Boom. But if I don't activate my chest as well, I won't be able to sustain my hands. The thing about heavy hands for the followers comes from this. They are not holding their hands from the frame, they are holding their hands from the hands, and they are really heavy. So there's no fix to this other than practice and no weight in the elbows. Ladies, no weight in the elbows. Ivan, my pleasure. So, those are the questions. Yeah, so if there are any more questions, I'm still here. I'm gonna stick around for like at least a few more minutes. If any more questions pop up, definitely. What do you take for sore muscles after dancing? I hear paracetamol is good. Yeah, I laughed because I I have a joke with paracetamol. I was at a festival and I couldn't remember how you spell it in how you say it in English. I wasn't sure if it was like paracetamol or whatever, and I go like paracetamol. Yeah, so it's good. It's good for muscles, but it depends on why do you have. Yeah, your nuts paracetamol. It depends on what you're doing at festivals that make you have sore muscles, because if you're overexerting yourself, you just need to rest, and a hot bath with some salts help. But usually if you dance a lot, you will never ever get sore muscles again. So guys, I really hope you had a good time. If you liked this, I'm gonna do it again and answer more questions. How do you know when you are burnt out from dancing too much? You feel tired all the time no matter how much you rest. That's the case for me when we go out to a lot of festivals, festival after festival after festival, teaching classes, filming for YouTube, filming for the platform, doing our projects, traveling. No matter how much I rest, I still feel tired and I don't want to dance anymore. So that's a good indication of you should relax a little bit, take it slower, and come back to dancing maybe after a small break, 1 or 2 days. Mike, hello Marius. I train my spins. I am stuck at 3 spins on one foot. How to achieve something better for competitive dancing? Okay, how to achieve something better for... You mean to get more spins? Because if that's the case, I am curious if you do 3 spins perfectly or like 1 spin perfectly. Because all you have to do after you do 1 or 2 spins perfectly is to maintain your balance and energy. So, yeah. Also, I said earlier, somebody else asked, check if your body is balanced, because you might have like your left part a little bit weaker than your right part and it's unbalancing you, and a lot of practice. Also, strong core and strong feet will help you a lot. Do you get stuck doing the same routines, and how do you break out of it? For me, it's a little bit different because I need to dance a lot with a lot of followers, no matter their level, when we go at festival as an artist. And I have my routines, to say so, that are fairly easy and I can do them with everybody. And yeah, I get stuck with them, but that doesn't bother me because I adapt to the music. Each time I can break it and add something else, or I can add music to it. For example, I can do a head roll, and maybe I can go into a wave if there's an accent coming, or I go into a head roll with a side wave. Even though I have a certain pattern, I always break it and rearrange it according to what I feel and the music. How do you break out of it? As I said, good training would be to do a combination, break it, find a spot in which you can cut it and add something else. This will develop your ability to improvise, which is, for me, the ultimate level a leader can get to. To improvise on the social floor. Okay? I'm not talking about improvisation where you stick different combinations. No, I'm talking about actually doing new moves on the dance floor just while you're doing dancing. Atheist, I bought your course membership and happy about it and enjoying it. Will course get updated? Yes. So on our platform, our goal is to keep adding more and more lessons, to have like complete sections for the beginners, for the intermediate, for advanced, to have a lot of beginner moves, combination techniques, musicality, proprioception, coordination, etc. So like our wish for the platform is to get to at least 1,000 lessons on the bachata side, 1,000 on the salsa side. Right now we're like at 100 and 100. This weekend I will actually post around 10 or 15 more lessons, because we have to film it, I have to edit them, I have to do the subtitles, etc. So definitely it's gonna get updated. We are trying to post at least for a week. Sometimes we cannot do it, but then we post more. So definitely it's gonna get updated, and believe when I say that it's gonna be the best platform in the entire world, because I really want people, dancers, to have one place where they can actually learn in layers, no matter their level. You want technique, you have the technique, and also a curriculum. Right now I have for salsa more than 150 names, like combinations and moves, and also they have like consecrated names, and also in bachata, so like a curriculum. So definitely it's gonna get updated and it's gonna be the best platform ever. Thanks for the MA and good night. It's 3 a.m. Oh my god. Kelvin, go to sleep. Maybe we're gonna do the MAA sooner. So guys, I think we're gonna call it a night. It's been 1.5 hours. I really hope you liked this. I'm gonna upload this entire live. Hopefully I can do that. I don't know, because I don't know how YouTube works. We'll see. Share it with somebody you need, somebody you know that needs it, and let's try to make a habit out of this. Maybe one a month would be awesome to keep in touch with you. Yeah. Thank you, Tiger Woods. Thank you, Trochata, Mitch. Happy to meet all of you and get to know you. Thanks a lot for your time and tips. T1 Hazy Wavy, always. And yeah, as long as we breathe, we're gonna keep doing YouTube videos, free videos, gonna share the love, gonna travel. And yeah, see you next time, guys. And who knows? Ask your instructor if they want us to come teach some boot camps, workshops. That being said, big love to everyone. See you in the next video, next lesson, next festival, next course. Thank you, T1 Hazy. Thank you, Shalini. Yes, definitely gonna do it again. Mitch Clarkson, rock and roll. Guys, it was a blast. I really loved it. See you. Take care. Have a great night. Ending in 5, 4, 3, 2.